Howdy do drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumstheword.com. Welcome to this mini free video song lesson. I've been asked over on my Facebook page quite a few times now to do some Prodigy stuff, especially after the sad death of Keith Flint, so I'm very happy to be able to take you through my favourite parts of one of my favourite Prodigy songs, Breathe. Now, I've got the free PDF that comes with this lesson, 3 parts. You can download this PDF from my website, you'll find a link beneath this video. And guess who the drummer is? This blew my mind when I discovered. I wondered why I loved the drums on this so much, this particular single, and also Firestarter. It's Matt Cameron, the drummer from Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. He did a session with Prodigy, specifically for Breathe and Firestarter, and the Prodigy sampled his drum parts, and then that's what you hear in the recording. So no wonder it's tight as So, good fun this. I've always loved this drum fill and could never quite work out what he was doing, what the drummer was doing. The first part occurs at 7 seconds into the song. It's our intro drum fill. And I'll just take you through it slowly. It starts on beat 2 with your left hand. That's just your left hand because you're then going to do a fast double 5-stroke roll, right, left, straight afterwards leading with your right hand. So start with the left hand, it gives you time for your right hand to get comfortable. 1 and 2, and that's an accent there. And then we get from the and of beat 2 and the of beat 2, 2 doubles taking up 2 30-second notes each. 2 and 2 E and 2 E and then straight into that roll straight into 2 accents, 3 E, and then we get 3 16th notes in a row on the upbeats of the beat. 3 E and 4 E and 1. And they go straight into the crash cymbal after that last accent, 1. So slowly the bar again, 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Perhaps even slower, then I'll speed it up. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Now, as you might expect, getting that double stroke roll in there from the and the of 2 up to the tempo of the song, it takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of technique to be able to play the double stroke roll that fast. If you can't play it that fast, it's going to sound sloppy. You're going to get out of time. So you really have to squeeze those doubles in. The tempo is 130 BPM. It's just always what I recommend you do occasionally is just put the metronome on when you're practicing my lessons, any sort of drum exercise, just so you can make sure that you're playing it in time. Don't trust your own self-clock all the time. Put the metronome on occasionally, just to double check you're in time with yourself. So, 1, 2. See, that was a little bit sloppy. Let me play it around a few times and I'll hopefully get in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. That's what I was doing wrong. I was coming in on beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1. So a little bit sloppy there, but that's what practice is for, to make it sound smoother. 1, 2. And then we're into our first drum beat. 1, 2. Okay, so that's good fun. That's a lovely little drum fill there. If you can't play the double and then just play a little drag on the instead. 1, 2, 3 E and 4 E and I just took out the double on the and of 2 and just played the double on the instead. You might find that a little bit easier. 1, 2. It's not going to sound as rolly as it because it hasn't got as many notes. 1, 2. But it'll get you through perhaps if you can't play the double stroke, the 5-stroke roll. But anyway, 1, 2. Then we're into our next drum beat. Well, the main drum beat of the song. It occurs at 0-9, just after that drum fill, in fact. And I've written here, no, this is my interpretation of this drum beat for live performance. So, it's hard to take an electronic part and work out how you'd play it to the acoustic kit because there's so many sound effects going on. But this is my interpretation of it. These are the notes that stand out. The bass drum, the snare drum are definitely in there. The ghost notes, perhaps optional, and the hi-hat part you can perhaps explore with the ride cymbal, playing some different patterns with your right hand, because you don't really hear to the 8th notes, but this is how I would play it live. So we just got, without the ghost notes on the of 2 and E of 3, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and That's really good fun, that. Then we try and put the ghost notes in. You can sort of hear them on the recording, sort of electronic snare drum ghost notes. And they fall with the of 2 with the bass drum there, and then just before the bass drum on the and of 3 on the E of 3. 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 and a 1 and. That's what I'm hearing on the recording. Another little point to make is that also I'm sort of hearing the upbeats of the hi-hat being accented a little bit louder. Sort of hear 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, sort of a dance thing, where the upbeat of the ands of each beat is sort of being accented on this electronic hi-hat. So if you want to make it a little bit harder for yourself, you can sort of try and accent the upbeats. Bit harder for me to groove with that, but you can sort of hear the effect. And then finally, you might want to add in your own ghost notes as well. Fill up the whole bar. I'm just sort of adding in my own ghost note patterns there. Standard stuff, 1 and 2E, those sort of a little tap after the snare drum backbeat on 2 and 4, and then just filling in the gaps in between the hi-hats. Okay, so then finally at 14 seconds is the main drum fill that occurs throughout the song. It gets repeated, and it starts on beat 3 of the bar, but I've just written the first part of the drum beat. And what I recommend you do, you could put the ghost note on the of 2 with that bass drum, but just make it a little bit easier for yourself. I've taken it out, no one's going to miss it. So you get to 1 and 2 and a little push on the bass drum there into beat 3, where we get this slightly different drum fill from Matt. It plays, it's played 3E, 2 accents, and then we get a ghost note with the right hand. So we're playing right, left, right, 3E and then he doubles the left into 2 30-second notes, a little drag, and So those two notes are played, those 3 notes are played quietly, and straight into 2 more accents, 4E, and then he does the same effect where he skips over the and, 4E and straight into the crash cymbal on the next bar. 1 and 2 and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. 1 and 2 and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Isn't that fun? Also, you can sort of hear it's like a slight swing to it. I'm hearing the song. I think they probably swung it ever so slightly, so it's not just did it. It's sort of swung. But at that tempo, it's hard to sort of hear the difference. I'm sort of feeling it. I'm not sure if that's really that strong, really, but there we go. That's my interpretation. So you can have a lot of fun with that. And when you're practicing, try and make it like a little loop. Start with the drum fill at the beginning, then play the drum beat round, and perhaps every 4 or 8 bars, try the drum fills. So. And loop it around, have fun with it. Try your own ghost notes, try your own drum fills. But there you go. That's all 3 parts. The main parts of the song. Again, you can download the free PDF that came with this lesson, find a link beneath my video. And you might also want to consider signing up to become an online member at my website, drumstheword.com. And what I currently offer for $97 is a full year's online access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. That's over 350, almost 400 now, full song lessons where I teach you a song from start to finish, every single bar. You get the fully transcribed drum chart for the entire song. Unlike this lesson where I just taught you the little parts, main parts, you get taught every single bar, every beat, every fill, even every solo if it includes it. And like I said, I've got almost 400 full song lessons up on the website already. As a thank you for signing up for your year's access, I give you access to even more mini videos teaching you many famous drum beats, fills and solos. I give you 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous drum beats, fills and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record every week unless I'm ill or on holiday. So you've got lots of cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. And if you want to help influence what songs get chosen for future lessons, like this song was, like this band was chosen today, then go over to my Facebook page. That's the best place to make song suggestions. You'll find that I post on a regular basis every month or 2 months or so. But I ask for people's suggestions, they get to vote on them. Well, they get to give their suggestions and other people get to vote on them. And the most popular songs get chosen for future lessons. So go over to Facebook if you want to make your own song suggestions. Don't comment down on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. I won't really get to vote on it. Well, others won't get to vote on it. And so Facebook's the best place is what I'm saying. All right? So, got any questions? Email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.